Hi guys, I'm Danny and today we are going to use animations in Unreal Engine. Let's first take a look at what we've done so far. Well, we have a character, we have a sword on her hand, and of course we have terrain and textures. But we can't really do much with our sword right now, so let's add some animation to it. The first question would be, where could I get the animations? There are various ways you could find animations. Obviously, the Epic Games store would be a perfect place for it, the marketplace. You could buy some animation there, but sadly there aren't many free melee attack animation in there. So yeah, you could use Unity Asset Store. That's good. And obviously you could use Mixamo. Mixamo is a go-to option that most of people use for the beginning of the project and prototype. Basically, you could just go to mixamo.com. First, you should choose a character and an animation. We already know our character do carry a sword, so that would be obvious one. Well, you could just search for sword and just tick combat in here and you could get lots of animations. Then you could choose one and just select download. The first time you download an animation for a specific character, which this is the character we chose on Mixamo, you should actually download it with a skin. You need the skeletal mesh and you need the whole texture things for the first time, because by default, if you don't choose that, you can't really get your skeletal mesh on Unreal Engine, and you need the skeletal mesh for retargeting. Yeah, okay, let's go to third person blueprints, and I want to put my animation in here because why not? But obviously the choice is yours. You could just drag your animation here. Well, you see the skeletal mesh is actually in here and we could just import it with mesh. It's going to take a little bit of time. Okay, so we have our skeletal mesh in here, which is a cute character. Yay, cute. Anyway, this cutie in here have an animation that we want to use, and yeah, it's a good animation for a start for prototyping, why not? But this animation isn't really useful for our character. Animation is created for this character and for this skeletal mesh. If we take a look at it, we could see that the naming of the bones and the structure is not quite same as our character. So we could just right click in here and retarget animation. Okay, so what would be the target skeletal mesh? We are using Mani, SKM Mani. No, oh, shit. Okay, we are using SKM Queen. Well, basically the structure is the same, but now we could just select our animation and say export animations. Go to third person, blueprint. Obviously blueprint isn't the perfect place for it, but yeah, I'm fine with my choice. Okay, now you could see the animation is retargeted and it's quite amazing. Everything is, yeah, as it should be. The thing is, it's a feature unique to Unreal Engine 5.4. Before that, if you wanted to retarget something like this, you need to select an IK, and that was for Unreal Engine 5.3. Before that, you had to manually select each bones. Yeah, it was a nightmare, but you could see it just happened with a simple click. That's awesome. Anyway, now you have to right click on your animation, the new animation. Okay, you need to create an anim montage. The montage could change lots of things about your animation. Like you could see it here that the amount of frames that we are facing here is actually quite a lot. We don't need that much. This would just slow down our entire game. So we could just, okay, 。 . 。 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 。 . 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 . 。
Okay.
Okay, now I made the animation a lot shorter. You could see what part of the animation I'm choosing in here. You could just drag it through here, or you could use a start time and end time. The thing is, you need to consider something in your animation, and it's root motion. So in this case, we are not really considering root motion because the animation is in place. But sometimes when you are attacking, your character is going forward with your animation. So then you have to choose that you want to keep the motion of the animation or you want to give it a new motion. If you want to keep the motion, you should enable root motion. And when your character move in your animation, the real character on the game would also move. If you don't choose this, when the animation move the character, after the animation is finished, the character would be a snap back to its first place. So it's an artistic choice, of course, and you could do the moving by programming or by blueprint, but yes, I like to use enable motion root. So let's take a look at what we could do with this animation montage. Now we need to add an input for our project. Engine input. And okay. It is hard to find. I mean, I'm not dumb. It's just really hard to find. Action mapping. I'm going to choose light attack. Light attack would be a nice name. So we are going to create a binding. What would this light attack do and how it's going to do it? I'm going to use left mouse button. That's it. Of course, you could use a combination of keys like using Shift, Control, Alt and all of that. Or you could just use keyboard, any key of the keyboard. But yeah, currently I'm using light attack with binding to my left mouse button. Okay, now if I just search light attack on my blueprint character, I could do something. Let's say print a string and say attack. Now if I just if I just press the left click, the attack would be shown on the corner of my screen. Let's say play anim montage. Okay, who is going to play it? Of course, yourself, the third person character. And what animation is going to be played? Anim montage. Okay, yeah, that is our animation. We could now attack. If I didn't check enable root motion, I could move my character when I was actually performing the animation, so my character would be just standing there and I could move my character, so it was extremely unrealistic. That's why I like to choose this one. So I want to keep this episode short. I hope you like it. After that, we are going to use different kind of combination of animations and collision detection and things like that. It's going to be really exciting, but I think it's okay for now, and play around it with a little bit, and hopefully you're going to have a great time. So don't forget like, subscribe and comments. That would be amazing. Yeah, so see you guys soon. Bye.